Now we're going to look at intertextual writing. We've mentioned this before in relation to Leonard Cohen's Alleluia, and also in the exercise where you took an image from Google Images and described that image in order to craft some lyrics. So in this section, I'm going to play you a track that I co-wrote and explain to you how that track was originally based on Tennyson's In Memoriam. So here is a little bit of the track.
Our paths had never crossed, I'd not be crying over you. A heavy silence meets me at the door, where you once welcomed me home. There is no life in this house to come home for. I really hate being here alone. You made me a star burned so brightly, but soon had its day, when everything started to fade to oblivion.
They say it's better to have loved and lost, the very, very famous words from In Memoriam. So we knew that we wanted to start a song with those words, basically because my co-writer very strongly disagreed with the sentiment and wanted to argue with it. So we knew those words came from Tennyson's In Memoriam. So we went on to poetry.org to find the poem. So there's some great databases online of poems. Now, the thing about In Memoriam is that being a Victorian poem, it's well out of copyright. If you use a poem that was written in the last 70 years, you might get into a bit of trouble for lifting lines out of it verbatim. But you can, of course, write your own response to it. The opposite of memoriam is oblivion. So memoriam as in something that you purposefully hold in memory, and oblivion, a state of being totally forgotten. So our first verse became, they say it's better to have loved and lost. I don't believe that to be true. Is it fair to wish our paths had never crossed? I'd not be crying over you. And compare that to the original words of the poem. I hold it true whate'er befall, I feel it when I sorrow most. 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. So an interesting exercise for you to do would be to think of a poem that really inspires you or some very famous words. Try and find the entirety of the poem online, really take in the themes of it and write your own response. And I'd be very interested to hear what you come up with.